Again, I don't really understand the product. I kind of got a demo of it, but it's an $800 product and then we're going to sell it. I'm not sure who exactly we're selling it to. It's like to replace the conventional keyboard. How's it going to get implemented and scaled? And what's exactly the application that it's really ideally suited for initially? I mean, generally, when you first started presenting this, I thought it was really cool. That's a very cool sort of niche product to solve a real contemporary problem. But then exactly how that's going to all sort of fit together quickly became very confused to me. So I'm just sort of left, unfortunately, with more questions than analysis.
Yeah, unfortunately, time management didn't have enough time, but what it was so you know how each device you have the debit card machine. When people always trying to cover it, and some people actually have the machine to cover it. So
right.
what this does is this allows the technology to actually, when you enter the device, after each time you enter your PIN code, it would jumble it. So it would.
Yeah. Does that mean you need a new device? Because all of those have buttons on them.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're proposing. A new touchscreen device to replace the existing.
So what does that mean exactly? I get a bank machine. They're going to tear off the existing keypad, and they're going to put in a touchscreen one.
Yeah, it replaces it. It replaces it.
Okay.
And the thing is, our programmers actually said
but is that I mean, that alone, if you got to deal with Royal Bank, replace every one of their keyboards at every one of their ATMs in the country, right? And that would be more than 300. If you're kind of scattered, or you say it could be this, could be this, could be this, but you know how much each one's going to cost. I mean, if you have a specific product in mind, you should know what that specific product is. And you seem to know that it's going to cost $800, but I'm not clear what the application is. I don't want to monopolize, but I was like,
imagine that when you're in a retail store, you're purchasing on the debit, like a device like that. What we're also going to have is devices.
Well, if that's your product, then that should be your product. Ours is we have a substitute portable, debit, device, right? And that's it. But it's not for bank machines. It's just for, point of sale, debit.
Actually, our initial plan was to target bank industry directly. We are going to go and talk to bank representatives and offer them to replace the existing keypad with our product. So our research showed that there are more than 15,000 ATM machines in Canada.
Steve, how did you end up running out of time at 2/3 of your presentation?
That was 8 minutes, but it was 7 minutes.
Still, there's another 4 slides that haven't been covered. When you practice, if you know 7 minutes is the number, try and come in under 6. Because in the real world, stuff happens. And always go on the, always have less content than you think you're going to be. You all look beautiful. That initial reaction of professionalism gives you credibility. Well done.
I like how you have the logo in the corner of the screen, and what sounds like it's kind of a very, very minor piece of advice for you, but I think when you're presenting, you always want to make sure that your brand is being presented, right? You want to showcase your brand as much as possible. And for this type of product that it's kind of tech heavy a little bit. Like maybe nice if you kind of all had your branding on your shirt or something like that, and maybe made it a little more interactive. I don't know, to maybe represent a little more your product, like B solutions. I don't really know how that stands and how that actually relates back to the product or whatever it is you do. But
we actually have a slogan.
Yeah. What's the slogan?
Let us be yours.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
We're going to wrap it up by thank you on behalf of B Solutions. Thank you for your time. And remember, next time you enter your PIN, wear a mask and be financially protected. Let us be your solution.
So you could relate it back to the brand. That's what I was going to get in there. So, but just aside from the brand, like I don't know if you guys have ever experienced those chips. Who has a chip on their debit card now? Sometimes those things are such a pain in the butt. I hate those. Load those things up. It takes an hour for you to get to a lineup, and sometimes your lineup beat. It's kind of more inconvenience for both the teller and for yourself. And I can see once the password gets changed around all the time, for those people like me who rely on, don't actually look at the numbers of my password, I just go by the routine of me punching in a passcode, that could almost slow me up in the lineup and probably slow the teller. Maybe that could be a risk for you. Just something to think about anyways.
That's why I decided that you have like a button that will allow you to match to jumbo or to jumbo if you want. So you can always choose between those two options.
Yeah, it's a simple idea that I think has fast application, but I too had trouble from your presentation really getting the simplicity of it. You know, I think that you could explain the product simply by saying that you know exactly what it does a little more clearly than the way that you did it. Roger asked sort of a rhetorical question. Hey, you know, why did you only get through 2/3 of your presentation? And I think the reason for that is that you spent 2 to 3 minutes trying to convince everybody here of something that we already know, and that is a debit card use, and you know is growing astronomically, and there's a lot of fraud that occurs from it. You know, you didn't have to go through 2 minutes to convince us of that.
I thought it was great you had a competitive matrix up there, but it also concerned me that if this is such a neat, simple idea that there's got to be other people who can do it. And so that concerned me about sort of what are the barriers to entry for preventing other people from doing the same thing. And you get a chance to do your deal, but that valuation could be sound like that broken record, but valuations or something.
It's always hard to do a rip and replace strategy, especially when you're doing something reflecting CapEx. I think you said 15,000 devices, 15,000 years in Canada, $800 a pop, something like that, $12 million, plus whatever it costs them to go in and do that. So if that's the sell, then you got to go to the guy and say, well, for this $12 million, you're going to get this. Because they're going to, especially now, they're going to want a big chunk of cash they're going to have to spend. So, and that's if you do the banking side. I don't know, then you target like the Bank of America is growing as hard, and that's a long sales cycle, at least 12 to 18 months, so it's hard. And then you want to target sort of replacing the interrupt machines at the stores, you know, go to mom and pop, and carry the bag run all over the place, it's very challenging. To be honest, I don't love the scrambling the bins idea. I understand the security problem you're talking about, but training users to use that, that's a challenge. And whether it's actually hard to use or not hard to use isn't really the point. It's when you go and try to sell it to somebody. Are they going to try and use it? Are they going to be like, they type their kid in whale looking, which I do also. But, you know, so